So first of all, we need to create a Spark RDD object. And for getting Spark RDD, we need to create first a Java Spark context, which we can get it from the Spark config that we have created. So let's try just create this RDD first. So I'll use this try final var Spark context, and then I will create this new Java Spark context. And here I will pass our Spark config. So this will create my Spark context, and now we can use the Spark context to create our RDD. So I will use this final var my RDD, and I will use Spark context dot say text file. Okay, and I will provide this test file path. Okay, I haven't created this yet, so this would be passed as an argument here. I can use final string test file path. Okay. Now we are using as a parameter here, so we need to convert this test into the parameterized test. So let me change it here. So it would be so I'm already getting this. Let me remove this. Okay, so once we have this parameterized test, it means that we can pass whatever the test file path I want to provide here. So for that also, I will use a method source. So I will use a method source here, and maybe I will call it as get file paths. So this is the way that how we actually get all those parameters by using a method source. So it means that I have to create this get file paths method here. So let's create that. So I'll call this as get paths, and the way it works is that I have to provide private static and stream of arguments. This is okay. Import class. So this is just simple Java util stream, and the stream of arguments that would be passed, that would be the test file path string, which we will retrieve here. So here we can provide multiple file paths. So what I think is that for my tuple test, I will use these two files in our resources folder, which is 1000 words.txt, which contains around 1009 words. And also, better to use a bigger file, which is wordlist.txt.gz. So here, this file is actually here, which contains much more number of words here. Each word is in each line there is one word. So in our test case, what we will do is that we will read these two files as a parameterized test argument here, and then we create the RDD. And on that RDD, we'll try to convert it into a tuple and see that how the tuple works. So let me return here stream of. We can use this stream of method here to return the stream of arguments. And in each of this stream of, I can return an argument. So I can use arguments of. Again, it has got a static method here, arguments of. And here, again, I will use path dot of. This is all beauty of using all this new static factory methods we can directly create from a constant objects using this stream.of, arguments.of. These are also called as factory methods. So here we'll use the same. So here I will pass the path of 100 words.txt and another argument as wordlist.text.gz. So let's do it. So source, it actually takes the relative path. So for relative, I can use the whole relative path here, resources, and 1000 words. 1000 words dot. Actually, it's 1009 words, but let's keep it as 1000 as a round off. And return as a string because we are expecting a string here. And then the similar thing I need to do for wordlist.text.gz. So this would be remove this and wordlist.text.gz. Okay, Control Alt L to format it. Okay, so what we are doing is we are returning the stream of two arguments, which is the file path of both of these text files. One is text and one is DZ file. So once we use this, then in this text file file, we'll get the path of this in a string format. So in my RDD, now we are able to create two RDDs one by one. So for each run, it would be run once for each of the file as a for loop. So once we have this, now let's just write the number of lines here by just counting that what is the number of lines present in this RDD. We can use, in the previous chapters, we have learned that we can use the count method in RDD. Let's do that. So I will use system.out printf and total lines in file would be %d and %n, % for new line. And here I will just do my rdd.count. So we expect that this count for 1000 words should be 1009, and word list, I think it would be a very larger number. So we expect this here, and then let's create our first RDD. Sorry, tuple from this RDD.